Saturday. Get out here. Oh, hello, kitties. So the little cute cat that has come to visit several times, and this one got into an argument yesterday. She chased it off. She's getting grumpy in her old age. Not too cold yet. Those of you who live in really cold weather, give me your tips. What do you do for your animals when it gets below freezing for several days in a row? We're looking at end of next week. It's going to be highs in the 20s, lows in the single digits. We've had that happen in the past, but not, it's been a long time. Let's just put it that way. I'm gonna bed him up real good. And we have to take Fern to the vet today. She has, hello. This is not the plan, Toonie. Give me just a second and I'll show you. Toonie, did you drag all your hay out here? Did you drag it all out here and make a mess? Yes? Didn't want to sleep in there, huh? No? Okay. A little bit nervous that she's gonna farrow when it's really, really cold. If she would farrow this weekend, that would be great because I feel like we could do some things to keep the piglets warm, where if she has them and it's 20, I'm gonna have to make some modifications. Like I'm debating putting a tarp over the door. Let me know what you guys think. Anyway, Fern has taken a bit of a turn. So we were getting better, and the last 2 days have been worse. Yesterday was bad, so that's why I'm up early. I'm gonna go to the walk-in clinic this morning and see if we can get another round of antibiotics and Banamine. Something. Her respiratory rate is really high. She's just not doing well. And we're gonna take one more shot at trying to get her better. Maybe a different antibiotic. So let's see. I've been tackling feeding this pig and the goats differently every day. So yesterday evening, I couldn't get her locked into her pen, so I just had to bring her food out, chase the goats out of her pen because she wouldn't go in there. Fern is locked in with Pig C with food. Let's get going because we're in a bit of a hurry trying to get out to the vet this morning. She really is doing well in here with them. I mean, everybody's pretty much worked things out. It probably would be better if I locked her up to sleep at night. I haven't been doing that because some of these guys are still sleeping outside, but it's been really warm. Eating breakfast. They had food. I put plenty of food in there last night. She's very thin, even though I've been desperately trying to put weight on her. If I can keep her eating, we can do a lot of things. But something I wanted to point out to you guys that you were very worried about in the last video, those gates on all the stalls open in both directions. So they open out and they open in. I've had them open in because when I had them opened out, the girls were locking themselves in the stalls. When they were open into the stall, I wasn't having that problem. When she farrows, the gate's gonna be closed, number one, and I will open it out when I'm going in and out, not in. Let you guys know, those gates go both ways and auto lock in both directions. It's another reason why we liked them. They're up off the ground, so rest easy. Good morning, little boys. Good morning. You guys ready for breakfast? Pork chop, is it your turn? You didn't cart your bowl off. You didn't. Mom's been having to fish it out every morning. We're also supposed to possibly get snow this afternoon. It is gonna rain, and they're talking about it may be ice, it may be snow. It's gonna be in the 40s tomorrow, so not a huge deal. Next week, they're talking possibly a winter storm late in the week, but we are gonna ship them some things around. I'm debating getting a tarp, not like we had with the pulleys and everything, but basically one I can just tie up. I'm hoping tomorrow I'll get to give you a calf update where everybody's calved but the one cow. We had another chief lookalike, so that will be fun to see. She's still eating. I wanted to get a look at this one before I left. All this nest moving makes me want to watch her a little closer. May have just been because it was too hot, and she may just not have liked the place that I put her nest. We're definitely, I know it's dark in here, but she's definitely loosening up. No milk, so I think we've got a little bit yet. You guys can see how hard Fern is breathing. That's what's kind of got me concerned. Well, she came in and she's trying to make her bed. We're just gonna put her in the car like we did before. I put the little cat bed in there. It's just another layer of protection for me if she pees in the car. Last time she sat like this the entire time. So we'll see how it goes. All right, Fernie girl, let's get you better. Okay, so we're here. Hasn't sat down the whole time, has been very restless. Breathing is just really hard. I just don't like it. So I'm hoping they can give her maybe a steroid or something that will make that easier for her. We're third in line behind what looks like, I don't know what they've got in the corral right now, but some horses, and then there's an SUV in front of me that doesn't have a trailer, so I'm guessing they have something like a goat or a pig or something small, maybe a calf. It takes about half hour for us to get here, like 25-ish minutes. This is really not too bad for a Saturday. I got here about half hour after they opened, and I kind of expected to be more like 5th or 6th in line. She doesn't seem too stressed. She's not happy. I didn't bring her any snacks. We'll see. I don't know if she's not laying down because it's uncomfortable to lay down or because she's just not real pleased with life. They can give her something that will make her feel better quickly. I'm a little bit concerned at how bad this has gotten so like fast, even with, she had antibiotics a week ago. Like that was Friday of last week that we gave her that second dose. Goats they just get sick and then they die. Jeremy and I just talked last night and it was like, it's worth taking her over here to see if they could give her something stronger, more fast acting, something that would at least make her more comfortable. So we'll see. We're probably gonna have to wait. My guess is over an hour. So it's probably gonna end up being about a 2-hour round trip. I'm interested to see what's in this Jeep in front of me. I'm always interested because here it's always like large animal. They have large animal and small animal, but this is the large animal walk-in clinic for this morning. So we're just gonna sit here and listen to our music, and also kind of anxious to see what vet's on today. Usually it's one of the younger vets that has to work weekends. Tech I've never seen, but we'll see. Okay, so we just got home. Just pulled in. She sat down about 30 seconds ago for the first time in like 3 hours. It's 11 o'clock. We left the house at 8:30 to tell you how long we've been gone. So this is what the vet said. Still has the infection in her lungs for sure. Not worse, I don't think. He wasn't really super concerned about that as much as he was her cartilage in her trachea is really swollen. And he said they can get an infection in that cartilage, like get bacteria in there, sort of like diphtheria, he said. And that is what is causing the labored breathing, is her throat is really swollen and causing the cough. And that was what he was actually more concerned about than the stuff in her lungs. He gave her some Nuflor, which is a different antibiotic, and then he gave her some like LA200 for the throat infection, and then some dexamethasone for the swelling, just like an anti-inflammatory. And he gave me 2 shots of the Dexo to give her in the next couple of days. And he said that 3 to 5 days before we see any improvement at all because of how swollen her throat is. We are gonna keep her locked in a stall just until I see her improve. He thought that was a good idea. I did ask and make sure. So that is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna get her out of the car and get her set up in her stall. And he said to go ahead and worm her, that she was a little bit wormy. Okay, so she is eating some hay that I just put in her stall. And that's like the first thing that she did when I walked away, was to start to eat hay. So this is gonna be her stall for now. She seems to be happy to be in there. She's not worried about it. She's eating some hay. Yes, me. We're gonna do everything that we can just to keep her feeling better. We love our Fernie girl. And we appreciate you guys watching ads and videos, which helps pay for vet bills. Really, really appreciate that, guys. It's about to rain. This is your daily Toonie belly update. Bigger for sure. I feel like her belly's growing exponentially every day. Very tight. She seems to be fine. Things are definitely loosening up on the back end. No milk. Haven't felt any piglets moving. My guess is she has a smaller litter. I don't think she has a ton packed in there, which will be good for a first-time mom. Still just very large. Are you just large and in charge? Mostly. Hasn't stopped eating since I put her in here. Here's you a little backdoor shot. Definitely getting swollen. Definitely loosening up. Watching that for changes. We'll talk in tomorrow's video more about the pig. Rained all afternoon, but it stopped probably an hour ago, half hour ago. Hello, treat monster. Guys, every time I walk outside, every single time. It's really awesome today is Jeremy brought the stand over from the other house, so I can trim some feet maybe tomorrow or one day this week, because they all desperately need a trim, but now I've got to actually organize my bins instead of just sitting them here. Here, doggy girls. Fern's over there in the corner. She's been eating up a storm. The anti-inflammatory they gave her this time is actually a steroid, so to be kind of careful with it, but it is gonna make her hungry, which is good. Pig, yes ma'am, we'll feed you. We're gonna feed you. So I can definitely hear her wheezing pretty loudly, just like I could earlier today. It's not any worse. Good evening, fellas. Okay, buddies. Is it dinner for you? Still, like, all the yelling, all the time. I'll have to dump your bowls out too. I bet they've got water. Poor Chop's already dumped out his bowl for himself. You already dumped it out? You guys don't have water in your bowls. You got some drool. You have drool, Pork Chop? So I'm gonna have to add some sort of like reinforcement to my hay bag system in their house. Not only did it get knocked off, but it got dragged over. My guess is that the bucks probably knocked it off and Pork Chop probably dragged it over. Because when I was filling it up this afternoon and I had it set down, he really was trying to get in it. Shrubby Cat's decided she likes to sleep in here too. Just because Mom took all the hay pretty much out of the trailer. Not very warm and dry in the trailer right now, is it? Daniel. Not for grandma cats. So she's got plenty of feed in here, but what probably is easier on her is this hay. Okay, it's not damp at all. We'll fluff it up a little bit. You probably have eaten a lot. Your belly's probably a little full. I don't know if you guys can hear how wheezy she is. Doing better. Doing better as far as eating goes. I am starting to wonder if this one's pregnant at all. There is no udder development for this goat at all. She is a big goat all the time anyway. You know, we're less than a month from her due date at this point, and to have minimal to no udder development tells me that we may not be pregnant. She looks pregnant. I haven't seen her go back into heat. Seems very healthy, but we'll keep you guys updated on Fernie. I'm hopeful, but still pretty worried about her.